Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, a Requiem Mass for Ann Karanja, who perished in the ill-fated Ethiopian airline, is underway in Nakuru. Our reporter Alan Ochanda is on standby. Alan, to you.
Ashley, indeed, the Requiem Mass for Ann Karanja has just ended a couple of minutes ago, and the procession has just left for her home for the final resting. Remember that this is a journey that actually the ill-fated, as she actually perished in the ill-fated Ethiopian airliner Boeing 302 that crashed in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in March this year, and the remains of those Kenyans who perished aboard the plane were just touched JKIA, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, on Monday this week. And so some of the remains of those passengers have just touched down in Nakuru from Lee Funeral Home. And remember that Ann Karanja passed on alongside her daughter and 3 grandchildren. So the daughter and the remains of the daughter and the grandchildren, 3 grandchildren, will be interred tomorrow. Remember, there was also a tussle yesterday as to when and where the interment of the remains of all the 5 family members will be just lowered in the grave. But the families, the 2 families, that of John Karanja and his son-in-law Paul Njoroge, they reached a ceasefire yesterday, and so that the Requiem Mass of Ann Karanja just ended a couple of minutes ago. And so as it stands, the family reached a ceasefire, and so tomorrow we shall be experiencing another Requiem Mass for 4 family members, a mother and her 3 daughters, that will be conducted right here in Nakuru. But remember that the families had indicated that no amount of compensation, as indicated earlier by the Boeing and the Ethiopian airline, will just wash away the pain and wounds, but the final burial and, of course, dignified burial of their kins will just wash away the wounds. And so it's a story we're still keeping an eye to ensure that we just bring our viewers to speed with what is happening. Remember, it happened in March, but the final resting month is this October, of course, this afternoon. And so the other 3 or 4 family members will be buried tomorrow. The remains, of course, of the 4 family members will be buried tomorrow, but that of Ann Karanja is being buried today. Ashley.
All right, thank you very much, Alan Ochanda, for that update. Of course, the Requiem Mass for Ann Karanja just ended. It's never easy to lose someone, but we pray for the families who